Okay, that took a while. Okay, this is one that's, what is it? Okay, this one is the one on the far left at the bottom, okay, of Orion. Okay, it's facing tonight. It's facing northeast, and Orion is sideways. So okay. Okay, so you see how fast it's traveling? And I'm not even that up to it. Okay, I'm going to hold it right on it. Okay, you see the orbs right there? On the right? Trying to get out of the nucleus. They're spinning counterclockwise. Okay, and this one's spinning horizontally, counterclockwise, but it's spinning all different ways. It's just that orb that's trying to come out there is trying to come out the side. It's trying to come out the right side, but it can come out anywhere along the 6 points where the orbs get shot out. It can come out in any corner or on the sides. So you see how on the sides it's going to start shooting them out? I'm holding this very steady because I'm following the movement of the star. Okay, so there's not much shaking. I'm not going to do much talking. I've already said a lot of things about how this works. Okay, but all the movement is counterclockwise around that nucleus. All the movement in the immediate parent cluster is counterclockwise around the nucleus. And all the movement around that cluster, the larger even parent cluster, is counterclockwise around that. So this is like a bunch of just wheels turning, but not just in any one dimension and not just in any one direction. This is like a multidimensional space. Okay, we know it's at least three-dimensional, but these are many more dimensions than just three. And all the movement is counterclockwise in many different directions in every dimension. And all the movement that's counterclockwise is not at the same velocity. And that's important to know because the velocity, even though it's different, all those velocities together, both inside and outside the nucleus, and whatever direction they're all going in, and whichever dimension they're in, that make up that nucleus, and the cluster around that nucleus. Okay, they all work together. It's like a very complicated dance of orbs. And this is all intelligent movement. This is not a natural thing. Okay, maybe it's natural for them, but it's an intelligent, it's intelligent movement. Sorry about that, I almost lost it there. I have to hold it on the start. Okay, so every one of those orbs, even the ones in the parent cluster that you don't see all that well, they're intelligent. The ones you can't see at all because in the nucleus is so bright, it's full of them. They're all intelligent, and all of them aren't that big size, because each one of those is many, many times larger than our planet. You could have orbs there that are so small they're invisible, because it takes all different sizes of orbs to make up the orbs that you do see, and to make up that nucleus, and to make up that parent cluster. So they could be so small you can't see them, even much smaller than subatomic particles, or they can be larger than our planet, or many times larger than our planet. So the thing that, that they're intelligent and they're living organisms, regardless of the fact that they're energy organisms. They can manifest in matter at any time, and this makes them very unique. And all of space is like these organisms, and the stars are their energy sources. But the energy sources are created by the organisms themselves, by just, using their different charges to conflict against one another at various velocities, to set different frequencies and different electromagnetic fields that either attract or don't attract. They counteract each other, but all of it is just these organisms, and they can control energy, and by controlling energy they can create material forms into which they can transform into, because they can control the elements and create elements that they need in order to create material forms. So they can cluster into different forms as well. They can take on colors of any kind. They can also be invisible. They can be transparent. There's not much they can't do. I've seen them do just about everything. And they actually are the main component of the entire universe, and are responsible for the life in the universe. Because without the stars, you wouldn't have any kind of life as we know it. So, at least as far as the kind of life we know, they're responsible for it. And everything I've seen so far, all these different stars, which are orb cluster nuclei, and all of space is very similar. It works on a very simple principle. The principle of electromagnetic energy, electromagnetism, and electromagnetic field associations. And it's all about the control of energy in an intelligent way so that you can create more energy and transform energy into matter, and you can use energy for travel just by transforming yourself immediately and instantaneously into from one location to another, and from one space into another. And the space, the kind of space I'm referring to are dimensional space or physical space. It makes no difference to these things. They do the same in different dimensions as they do in ours. And things like time and distance are absolutely irrelevant because everything is instantaneous. So to them, like, there's no past, present, or future because they can just be anywhere on the grid, either in the past or in the present or in the future, instantaneously. Because of how fast they can get there. And so time means nothing. It's just a concept. And these things control it for beings like us who, live and die. And not for that long either. So they know our past, they know our present, they know our future, they know a lot about us. And the level of their intelligence is extremely high. And they've been around for a long time, since the universe began. In fact, they created it. But before this universe, there was another universe, and another, and another, and another. And every time there's a big bang, that's just the start of a cycle. You have a big bang, the expansion, then the contraction, and then you have a new big bang and a new beginning. And it's like a cycle after cycle after cycle. So we are not in the first universe ever. There's been who knows how many before this one. And each time the universe evolves, it's not always the same. It's not like every time the Big Bang happens, you have the same thing over and over. It's always a state of evolution, and it's always different. So that process of change is what gives these organisms the intelligence that they have, because every time they survive the process, they know more, because they were there before, and they just carry over what they know to the next cycle. Okay? Just like us, we build on the knowledge we have, so do they. And that's progress. And if there was no progress, you know, you wouldn't have the cycle. So, anyway, I'm not seeing like very much action. The other night the star was much more active, and you could see more how the orbs, you know, actually come out of the nucleus and how they go in. I've been trying to get that video out, but somebody keeps hacking my computer and killing it right at like 99%, and I'm so fed up with people doing that to me. But I'll try and get it out somehow, because I'd like people to see this and know about this, because you know, normally you don't get to see how stars work, and you know, unless you go look for it, how they work yourself, or somebody like myself shows you, you'll never get to see something like this. Anyway, that's it for tonight. So, thanks for watching. I'll let you watch it for a second. You can see the orbs actually leaving. Okay, but it's not as easy to tell tonight as it was the other night. Some nights are better than others. It also depends on the angle, and it depends on a lot of things. Depends on the nucleus itself, how active it is, and the velocity of the spin and frequency. And every night it's different, and tomorrow night, if I was to film the same nucleus or the same star, it might be absolutely different, and everything about it could be different. It all depends on the frequency cycle and the electromagnetic cycle and the velocity of the orbs creating those cycles. Okay, so that's it. Thanks. Thanks for viewing this supermushmouse. Good night. Or good morning, I think.